What is up, YouTube? Today I'm excited to bring you guys my first 990 V2, one that I actually mentioned in my January drip video. If you haven't seen that, click the link, go check that out. I'm excited because initially I thought this wasn't really a me sneaker, and I must admit I was pleasantly surprised. While I was in London over the weekend, I decided to hit up a few places, as you do as a sneakerhead. By the way, comment down below if you'd like me to do a vlog on the sneakerhead must visit places in London. I hit up quite a few places and saw quite a few hype sneakers on shelves. I detract. Anyway, this sneaker shocked me in person because I originally thought that the uppers of this sneaker were just too loud and bold. In person though, I was pleasantly surprised. So let's waste no further time. Today we are looking at the 990 V2 collaboration with Salahe Bembuty. What is up, YouTube gang? It's your boy, it's your dog, it's your brother from another mother, aka the sneaker surgeon, aka Dr. Vassell, coming back at you with another fresh sneaker review. Before we get further into this review, do your boy a solid and drop me a like, because you know them likes help me to continue to bring you this content and help support me in what I'm doing. In addition, why not, if you enjoy this video, just slide across to that subscribe button and click it so you don't miss future sneakerhead content. So this sneaker is not cheap by any stretch. The 990 silhouette is steeped in history, a model that prides itself in using only the finest materials, engineering and quality, with some models even boasting carbon fiber in the midsole. Going for the recommended retail price of $220, that's £200 here in the UK. Like I said, this ain't cheap. This silhouette is unashamedly proud of the fact that it is manufactured in the US and states it throughout the sneaker and the box. It nails sizing pretty well with a UK 11, which is what I wear, which is an equivalent of the US 11.5, fit beautifully. So I would go true to size. The former Versace and Yeezy designer has gone to town with this 990 V2 and hit it with his personal touch. So the box is different. It's a very beautiful box. This box captures the backdrop of what appears to be a sand dune, and you can see footsteps down the sand dune, with this image stretching across the lid and the side panels, as you can see. And what it does beautifully is it captures that moment that is every photographer's dream, the moment known as the golden hour. The golden hour is a particular time during the day when either the sun is setting or when the sun is rising, when the sky and the land is flooded with a beautiful array of rich, deep colors, such as reds, blues, pinks, greens. As I previously mentioned, this sneaker is unashamedly proud of its heritage being made in the US, and it states it very clearly in English there. In addition, it also drops it to you in French. Parlez-vous français? With the NB made logo to stand for their made in the US on both the anterior and the posterior aspects of the lid. And on the side panels, we have the Salahe NB New Balance popping in white against that backdrop that I mentioned, and that's on both panels. And again, to make you not feel so bad that you're forking out $220, they assure you that this New Balance is premium. It's part of the premium collection that contains at least 70% or greater domestic value. Focusing on the posterior aspect of the box, you can see it is clearly dropping the title of the sneaker, Sand Be the Time, with the New Balance and Salahe. Also, where the size tag is, you see the New Balance and Salahe with his signature detail that he loves, the fingerprint. You can tell that both New Balance and Salahe are proud because they state it on the box. And the quote is, "This is the first collaborative project between Salahe Bembury and New Balance." With the anterior portion of the box featuring the Salahe Bembury New Balance fingerprint, a detail he loves to feature in his footwear, And if you know, Salahe also has collaborated with Crocs and has that very interesting detail of the fingerprint on the upper of the Croc. So the tag here reads M990SB2 in a US 11.2. That's a UK 11, my size, if anybody wants to send me some free sneakers. Let's unbox this bad boy. And when we do, as you can see there, we have a graffiti image in triplet of what I'm going to assume is Salahe Bembury, and I'm going to put my own interpretation on this, that he is sledding down the sand dunes, flying by the seat of his pants. And then when we look in, we are greeted with this beautiful sneaker. We can see the white tissue paper that surrounds, which has the New Balance logo throughout. This sneaker comes with an extra set of laces. You know how much I love extra laces. It comes laced in a pink set of laces that is a very similar color to that of the upper. It comes with an orange and this kind of off-white creamy lace as an alternative. You know how much your boy loves extra laces. Extra laces just gives the sneaker an extra bit of va-va-voom. It allows you to revive your sneaker, give it a different dimension, a different character. Just really allows you to refresh your sneaker and just keep it feeling new. What are my first impressions of the 990 V2 Salahe Bembury collaboration Sand Be the Time? First of all, give the boy a solid and let me know in the comment section what you guys think of these sneakers. My first impressions are simple: loud, vibrant and premium. And when we look at the outsole, you can see it is globally purple with the New Balance wording and the N in a pink that is reminiscent, or a pinky peach more so, that is reminiscent of that of the upper. Also embossed on the outsole is the technology that is there, the Absorb technology, keeping your feet nice and comfy. And then we also have this plastic window that covers over the New Balance N logo. When we come to the lateral aspect, we have the purple outsole that goes into the Absorb powered orange midsole. And then we come to the upper. Now the upper is mainly made up of a really buttery, soft, hairy suede. It's light pink in color and feels really, really premium under your fingers. We have the contrasting N there of the New Balance logo that's in a deep, rich purple, which keeps the theme of this sneaker going, which is that of contrast and being hairy in texture, made of textile. Now, if the purple against pink wasn't contrasting enough, Salahe Bembury has added that rim of silver that sits between the light pink suede upper and the New Balance N, which again adds another contrast to an already very contrasting sneaker. This sneaker is not shy, in fact it demands attention. We also had this peach mesh around the toe box and the ankle inlet, providing the sneaker with a good deal of breathability while also, I believe, enhancing the aesthetics of the sneaker. And just in case you didn't know that Salahe collaborated in this sneaker, he has dropped his name on the tag there. Moving medially to this sneaker, I've got to say it's pretty similar to that of the lateral aspect. The things that I guess jump out that are missing is it doesn't have that absorb that is embossed into the midsole that was present on the lateral aspect. We do though have this silver label that is attached on the medial side that just goes on to explain that this is a sneaker that is made in the USA and they're proud of that heritage. Anteriorly, we have the purple outsole that turns up at the toe tip, and then you hit that hairy, velvety, buttery pink suede upper. Separating the mesh from the hairy suede, we have this purple rim of a different texture of suede that also does feel very, very premium. Continuing up, we hit these silver details that you can see here that add another level of contrast and are also reflective and capture the light quite beautifully. Like I said before, this is a sneaker that demands attention. Then we hit this brown leather portion here that kind of adds another color, breaks up the sneaker a little bit, and initiates the starting point of the tongue. The eye stays are a continuation of that Pink Panther upper. I'm showing my age there. Shout out to you guys if you know who the Pink Panther is. The tongue itself features that peach coral mesh that is found at the toe box, if you guys can see, at the inferior aspect of the tongue. Progressing up the tongue, we hit the superior portion that has this lever at the back that does feel really premium at the tip of the tongue, and it basically goes on to shout in your face what this sneaker is. It lets you know where it was made and the model in purple, made in the USA, 990, the fact that it's a New Balance in kind of a peach, if you guys can see there, in a pink that's reminiscent of the upper and the laces, with the laces themselves being flat and pink that match the upper. Coming to the ankle inlet is in keeping with the color palette of the sneaker. It is a peach in color, features bags and bags of cushioning, and does feel very, very comfortable around the ankle. The material themselves also feel very, very smooth. This sneaker is about vibrancy and attention to detail so that you get value for money. And another clever idea that I love about this sneaker is the insole itself. If you guys can see, you see that pattern? It is made of cork. And it is actually very, very comfortable. Probably what I noticed in comparison to my other sneakers that it was a little bit firmer underfoot, but still felt very comfortable. You will also notice that inside you can see, again, another shout out to the collaboration. You see the New Balance logo, that is the silhouette of a fingerprint, and you see Salahe Bembury beneath. There you go. Looking posteriorly now, we have that purple outsole that comes beautifully into that bright orange midsole that features a plastic window that is actually soft, captures the light, as you can see it's shimmering there, and it lets you know again what technology is underfoot. You guys can see there it says absorb. Continuing up, we hit this portion here, which is a firm piece of plastic that's grey that gives the sneaker its support posteriorly. Continuing up, we hit the main feature of this sneaker, that Pink Panther hairy premium suede that does, again, as I mentioned, feel really soft, really buttery and premium underneath your fingers. We have a window for Salahe to drop his signature, the fingerprint, which is a constant theme through many of his sneakers. Continuing up at the ankle inlet, we hit this light brown leather portion, which has that rim of peach of the ankle inlet. The color palette of this sneaker does actually blend very well together. And current season trends, if you notice, are featuring a lot of purples and pinks. This is probably in keeping with the louder side of current fashionable trends. So what are my final impressions of this sneaker? My final impressions are this is a premium sneaker that's made of beautiful materials, cut well and very, very well refined. It is comfortable underfoot and it is a statement sneaker. It will pull attention to your feet. So when you drop this, you need to be on your game. For me, like I said, I was pleasantly surprised with how they look in hand and how they feel. And these, for me, are a new addition to my ever-growing New Balance collection. People, once again, if you've enjoyed this video, do your boy a solid and drop me a like, because you know your likes help me to continue to grow this channel and bring you this content. And in addition, don't forget to just move that mouse onto the subscribe button and click that so you don't miss future Crep Check content. I'm going to be dropping lots and lots more content. People, as always, it's been a wave. Love.